Welcome back, everybody, to the Autism Exchange podcast, where we aim to communicate and collaborate. You know, by now, we're just trying to talk. We're just trying to have cool people come around and share their lives with us. And in doing so, we have been very fortunate to find a lot of really cool stuff that comes out of that, stuff that really impacts us emotionally and personally and professionally. And the cool thing is that it all just comes from learning who someone is and just having the decency to look them in the eye and say, "Hey, who are you?" So, speaking of who are you, hey, Janice, who are you? Oh, I mean, how are you? Janice Crampo, what's going on?
Everything's going great, actually. I saw you before the music ended. You had a bit of a grin on your face and
Yeah.
you were laughing. So
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna need to know what that was about because I have a feeling it might be at my expense. So I have to ask you what that's about.
Um, no.
No, okay. But you looked like there's an expression about something about a cat with 9 lives, but it's not a cat, like a cat something. I'm gonna work on it.
Hold
It'll
on.
come
No,
to
no, no,
me
no.
later.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
What
Grinning
it
like
is.
a possum eating sawgrass.
Was that it?
No, no, it was not. It had nothing to do with the possum. Um,
Oh, a
but,
cat.
or it was a cat. Yeah, I'm gonna work on it. I know that there's an expression with the cat,
Do you wanna know
and
the truth? What I thought was funny was that
yeah.
I always keep a little notepad beside my desk when we work, and, uh, I was writing and I saw a previous note of something
Mhm.
that had happened in our last conversation in a part 2,
Yep.
episode with, Catherine, and,
Oh, yep.
I just replayed that in my mind, and as I do, the same thing I do here, like, I know, "Oh, this is when I have to focus on pushing the button," 'cause I'm not a real producer, I'm just pushing buttons that I think are the right ones. This is where I'm supposed to push the button and then do this and then say that, and that's when my brain decides to start laughing about something. It's so annoying, and it's the same at funerals. It's the same at
Oh,
funerals. It's
at
horrible.
funerals?
Yes, and I'm not I mean, I'm sad, like, I don't want
Right, right.
I'm like, the grief is real, and it's not disrespectful, but I can't not laugh at a funeral. Something funny happens every single time, and I think it's just that nervous, like, I shouldn't be laughing, but then that makes you laugh even harder.
Yes,
So anyway,
the
no, I don't have any tricks up my sleeve for you, at least not at the moment, but, if that changes, I'll let you know in some fashion.
thank you. Well, I hope I can say this. We can take it out if you think that it's wrong or inappropriate, but I was at a memorial service, a couple of weeks ago, and there was a singer playing, guitar and singing, and it was going fine. It was going great, and then there were a couple of notes that I think were not quite right, and I mean, in any normal circumstances, I would have sort of, like, turned to my friend and be like, "Wow, he's a really good guitar player," like, while he's
But
singing, obviously, but, I couldn't, and it was really hard because I'm, like, crying because it was very sad. It was it was just a lovely person who passed. But then there was this guitar player, and he really couldn't sing. I was just,
Oh, Lord.
it's a very, I mean, I realize that these are last minute things, and like I think I'm getting myself in a hole here, but it was just a very,
This just keeps getting better. This
it
just
was
keeps getting
just
better.
terrible.
In fact, most funerals, I think, are last minute things, and
Yes,
also, you
like
said you were crying because you were sad. Were you sad about the funeral, or were you sad about having to listen to the mule sing?
I was sad about not being able to say I don't have that kind of self-control. It was just like, and it was a moment, and it's like then the moment passed, and then it's not really funny anymore. I mean, it's funny now because I'm telling you, but it wasn't a alright, let's move on. Yeah.
I love it so much, though. It's okay, well, you know what? Here's a connection,
Mhm.
though.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot in the podcast about how I have a child with autism, and there are parts of
Mhm.
that that are awful behaviorally, right? Like, it's so
Yeah.
hard to watch your kid hit his head, and as a parent, it's hard to see your kids struggle in school and socially and all of the things that come with it. It's hard, and there's this grief period, very similar to when you lose a loved one, and there's a grief period, and that's not always just sadness. Sometimes there's
Yeah,
denial and doubt, and then sadness, and then growth, and then acceptance, and all. I don't even know what the real ones are, but you grieve almost identically something like autism. Not that you don't love your kid or you're disappointed in them, but
yeah,
that's
yeah,
human nature. You have this thing that we referenced the Welcome to Holland poem many
yep,
times, and that's it. It's fair. You can grieve, and I try to find ways to not make light in terms of make fun of, but try to find opportunities just to laugh and be like, you know what? If, for example,
yeah,
if PJ, thankfully PJ has stopped hitting his head on hard things like it used to be when he was upset or didn't get his way, particularly if he was getting sick or something, he would hit his head on the floor, and like didn't
oh,
matter if it was concrete, hardwood, it didn't matter. And
oh, I'm sorry.
yeah, he would cut his little
Mm,
head, and then you see him hit his head on he'll, like, seek out, run through the whole house, and he's so mad, and, like, he's just tense, and he's just, gotta let it out, and then he goes to the recliner, and he hits his head on the soft arm of the recliner, and I'm like, "He just hit his head on the recliner because 'cause I'm equally relieved, and also that's
right,
kinda
right,
funny that you're so mad that you wanna hit your head, but let me take the time to run for 2 minutes to
right,
go find the best surface I can."
right,
But I think, personally, and I know every personality is different, but I think I have to have that levity. I have to have that release
yeah,
of, like, everything is not awful all the time. It feels like it a lot of the time. And me, I might feel that more so than normal people, but if things can feel awful a lot, in terms of
yeah,
how you want for your child, and this is not just autism, this is developmental disability, and this is child typically developing. I mean,
yeah,
it's just
yeah,
part of it, but, I think finding a way to laugh. So all of that to say, I don't want you to beat yourself up for, laughing at a funeral, you know what? Or for judging people, for being bad
yeah.
singers. I'm kidding,
Right.
Janice, I'm
Well,
joking.
no, it's just that, they say though, you're like, "Oh, this person was a lovely person. This person had a great sense of humor. So, every time that you see or, have a good joke or a laugh, I want you to think of this person." And it's just, it happens a little sooner for me than anticipated. I think they were waiting for like, maybe like another 45 minutes or something, and I just couldn't help myself, and I feel really bad about that. I'm not gonna, like, write an apology because I mostly held it together, but anywho, it
Kirsten
was
went to a funeral one time where they played a tuba.
a tuba.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. I was there, but I stayed in the car for the burial with one of the we have 1 baby, I think. Yeah, and she said there was a guy playing a tuba,
Oh,
gravestyle, like a tuba,
okay.
but not like a quartet or anything, just a tuba.
Right. Are tubas in quartets? I don't even think they are.
Well, I mean,
Like,
a quartet of, like, people,
tubas?
like an ensemble, that's what I'm
Ensemble.
aiming for. Not a quartet
Okay.
of singers, like a quartet of instruments. I don't know what goes with a tuba, a trombone
I
and a
don't know
trumpet?
either. That would be that'd be a loud quartet. That'd be like a band quartet, you
Maybe
know?
yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
Anywho, yeah,
and
so
this is the perfect kinda story that, like, I could say this with all the 100% confidence that I'm saying it with, and Kirsten could come back and be like, "Dude, you realize I said it was a flute, right?" I mean, that could totally happen, but I am 99.99% sure that she was at a gravesite where there was a man playing a tuba. So,
Okay. All right.
wow, how we
Well,
do rabbit holes around here. Um,
yes,
let's do
yes,
a little
indeed.
recapping. How do you
Okay,
feel about
let's
what
go.
things have been going on? What's,
Um, I think I think it's been great, and we've had so much that I think about, not just in the podcast, and I have to tell you, I don't know if our numbers like count how many people like the times that it is played or listened to, but I listen to our podcast actually quite a bit because I feel like I'm always getting more. Like, oh, that
yeah.
I didn't quite catch what Stacy said, or I didn't quite catch what Catherine said. I want to go back and hear that again. Um,
Mhm.
and it's not, because I am living their life and what they're doing. I think it's just good information. Their perspectives are so great and how they think
Mhm.
about themselves and other kids and their colleagues. So I go back and I listen quite a bit actually. And so yeah, I'm a big fan of our guests. I think that they're awesome.
Yeah, and we've talked a bunch about how they're awesome at their professional skill and
Mm,
opening up to us, but they're also just genuinely good people, and that's
yeah.
I mean, that's half the battle, isn't it? You can teach skills to people, but if you get a bad apple, you know? And so everybody that we've had when and I don't think we can ever thank them enough, but everybody that's come on has just had a genuine heart, you know, has been a humble person, is here for the right reason. Nobody that's been on here has said, "Oh, here's a chance for me to get," think about all the opportunities people have to sell themselves or sell their businesses or whatever, their skill. Nobody's done that, you know? And,
No,
I think
no.
that's just an indication that people have come for the right reasons, and you and I, frankly, are super lucky for that. Um, you're the smart one of this operation, so you might could draw a pretty good crowd, but if it were left up to me, I don't know.
You
I might be
you
interviewing my dog.
you give me too much credit, and I'm sure that if you did, your dog would hunt for you, so that's okay.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Go back Thursday. Go back Thursday, Thursday, Thursday. So
Okay.
this is the great opportunity here to
It
mention
is.
to you guys that Janice and I have had this Janice really had this cool idea
No,
that
no,
we
no, it
always
was
have
us.
these
It was us.
we always have these ideas of like, oh, remember when so and so said something, and then we tried really hard. At one point, we even called it a nugget or in a nutshell nugget, something like that, where we were trying to
Yeah,
explain like we're referencing something that happened before
yeah.
that was impactful to us, and um, so now we're gonna have Throwback Thursdays. Why don't you tell us what a Throwback Thursday is, Janice, and what day does it occur on?
Um, it occurs on any day of the week. So it's we're gonna call it a Throwback Thursday because we're like the alliteration, but it could happen on any day of the week about any episode that we've had,
Uh-huh.
or 10 minutes ago, we could reference something
Yeah,
and it would be a Throwback
100%.
Thursday. It's really just, I guess, a way for us to have, um, a cool way to introduce or mark that there's something that we really liked and appreciated from a previous episode or from a previous conversation. And it
Yeah.
has nothing to do with Thursday. There's just not a lot of other words that rhyme with throwback. So
Yeah, and
we came up with Throwback Thursday.
it gets really dry when you put too many THs together, so, like, if
Yes,
anything
yes,
that we
yeah.
were trying to come up with, it was just too airy, and for somebody who
Yeah.
can't spit, "Go back Thursday, go back Thursday, Thursday." You're in trouble for letting me have
Yeah.
control of these buttons, but for
I
somebody
was
who
just saying, yeah, I'm gonna need some buttons at some points. I'm gonna need to get that. Okay, yep, go ahead.
for somebody who can't spit, I mean, that might be a good outlet for you, because saying Thursday, throwback, all the THs that dry your mouth out.
So happy I would spit.
Okay, you gotta take these buttons away from me. I'm not pushing them anymore. Um, but
Okay,
all of that to
I've got
say
work on.
this is a Throwback Thursday thing, but when we do that, we're not, we're not planning it. It's
Yeah.
not like, "Oh, we have to make sure we talk about this today and push that button," and
Mm,
no, it's quite
mm,
literally the opposite. When
mm,
something comes up that Janice
mhm.
or I want to reflect on or connect some dots from things in the past, we're just doing that. One to goof, two it's fun, three it's cool. We feel cool anyway. And then
Totally.
four,
That's
yeah,
all
I
I've
mean,
got. So yeah, I definitely feel cool.
give a button. No, but four, it gives us a flag, like a trail marker.
Yep,
We go back and listen and look and try to understand or try to remember certain pieces that are important to us to reflect upon. That's also kind of a big trail sign that says, "Hey, right here's
yep.
what you're looking for." So there's that. There's also something that we want to start doing, is called Autism in the News, and that's not
Mhm,
directly tied to the news, your local 5 o'clock news, but it's also media just in general. And that could include movies or shows, I mean, any podcasts, anything, any media out there. What Janice and I want to do is just just identify what things are out there. And
mhm,
we've had ideas that have been from like popular TV shows that there might be a character or a person in that show or movie who has autism. And um at the risk of and Janice and I talked about this too, uh at the risk of maybe too much entertainment from that, right? Like, 'cause we never wanna have, like,
mhm,
a person on a stage doing a dance so we can laugh. That's not nice at all. But if there are things we can learn from movies and shows, about autism and what that lived experience can be like, then Janice and I want to say like, "Hey, look, maybe for me, I could say that character in whatever movie has similar expressive language to PJ." And then if
Mhm.
I say that to you and you've never met PJ, then you could watch that movie and go, "Oh, okay, so maybe that's what it's like at Michael's home and country when PJ's
Right.
trying to ask for macaroni and cheese." I mean, so we believe that there are things that
Yeah.
can be gleaned from that. Now, I do wanna go ahead and put this big old, big old, big old, big old disclaimer on it that Janice and I are not going to offer opinion on hot topics. We are not gonna tell you what we believe, what
Mm-mm.
you should believe. I cannot be more clear. If you're looking for that, you're in the wrong place, or you are barking up the wrong tree, as Janice would say.
Yes. Yes,
Um,
that's exactly it. Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm. I
but
like that one.
we certainly are not gonna do that. What we want to do is we want to acknowledge that these things are out there because they are relevant and they are things that maybe a listener hasn't heard is a subject right now. Maybe you didn't learn that something happened or someone said something or someone achieved something,
Mhm.
and you are interested in that. We just wanna put the headline out there so that as we read it, not as we write it, we wanna put that headline out there so you can say, "Oh, really? Let me look into that." And Janice and I believe that's a point when you can do your own homework. You can do your own research. You have enough people telling you what to think and believe from the minute you wake up till the minute you go to sleep, and even after that, subconsciously, I believe. But we're not trying to sway anything, but we do want to highlight that there are some cool things out there in
Yeah.
media, in news that are cool. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's, our intention to sort of parse out and tell you what to think or to give you even, like, this is what, what you should think about it or, um, I don't know, it's none about it. It's really just I'm thinking of it as, you and I are having a conversation about whatever topic it is, and there happens to be a microphone on. So we're not emphatically telling each other what to think or what's right or wrong or whether we agree or disagree. It's really just about let's pick this apart a little bit. Let's spend some time talking about it, and there happens to be a microphone on, and that we maybe people would like to share in that conversation. That's really the way that I think of this. It's not debating. It's not sort of, um, looking at the bigger picture in policy. It's not really not that at all. It's just, hey, let's have a chat about this, just like we do, just like what the Autism Exchange is. It's such a conversation. It's not a debate. It's not anything more than just, hey, Michael, this is something that I've been thinking about. What do you think about it? That's
Mhm.
really the extent of what I'm thinking. How to think about this.
So you're a movie person.
Mhm.
Obviously, you have a foam club. Oh, wait,
Mm.
wait, wait. Go back
You
Thursday. Go back Thursday. I forgot. You have a film club,
I do.
and,
That's way back, by the way. That is
that is
way back.
isn't
That
it cool that
was
we can go that way back now? Because
that it is. Yeah.
I don't know.
That
Anyway,
that's like a 4
for
month ago Thursday.
I know, that's crazy, isn't it? But I
Mhm.
think it was a Tuesday. For a movie person,
Yeah.
I think of these headlines as, those little marquee spotlight things that make the
Yeah.
X when they go up in the air, and, "Come look
Yeah.
at this, come look at this." That's what we'll put the lights there so that you can show
Yeah.
up and then see, "Oh, what's this movie about?" And then watch the movie on your own. And then you might love it,
Yeah.
you might hate it, but Janice, we're not gonna sit here and go, "That movie sucked. That
No,
character,
no,
they
no.
were
Yeah.
so bad." And then you're not gonna say, "No, I disagree. I thought it was great because da da da." That's the point, but our point is literally to say, "Hey, look over there. You see those big light spotlight things up in the air? Something's going on over there. Let's check it out." And then just
Yeah.
leave it for you to watch the movie on your own.
Yeah. I sort of think of it as an opportunity to say, I noticed. I noticed
Yeah.
this or I noticed that.
Mhm.
Did what did you notice? Let's notice together. It's really, that's kind of the way that I conceptualize it when we were talking about, doing something like this, is just noticing together and wondering about it together.
Yeah, and yes, I agree with that, and there's a well, I'm not speaking for you, I'm speaking for me. There's a part of me that does want people to be empowered to have your opinions and to be able to debate and believe in what you believe in and stand up for yourself and for what you believe in, um, even if it's wildly different than what I would believe in or stand
Mhm.
up for. But I guess what we're saying, we're not trying to coach people to shy away from confrontation by just not by ignoring things. we do think, or I do think people should have your own opinions and stand up for them. It's just that this is not the platform for that to happen. So that's what our point is. You agree with that, right, Janice?
100%. A
Our
thousand
our
percent.
our
Yep.
our point here is just to again just say, I noticed that, fill in the blanks. Anyway, we're beating that to
Yeah.
death.
Yep.
But those are three things that we're our plan is no plan. We're not deciding when and
Mhm.
how and what topics we're going to talk about or anything like that. But just know that we have these three things kind of on the tip of our tongue, and they'll come up. They'll come up here and there, but it's all natural. We're not going to force it. The minute I have to force myself into pushing the Throwback Thursday button is when I probably get super bored with it and never do it again. Um,
Yeah.
so, we also
Uh,
realize too that like 3 weeks from now, we could go back and listen to this
I'm
episode.
sorry.
No, you're all right. We could go back and listen to this episode in 3 weeks and be like, "Dude, that was so stupid. Why did we do that? Never again." But you know what? That's who we are too. You know what I'm saying?
That's okay. It's a learning curve. Like, it's a
Yeah.
total learning curve. I have 0, history or experience with this, but what I do have is just you, and we have fun together, and so, like, "Alright, let's go on this journey together. Let's pack a lunch and go." So that's
And
what
just
we're
see where
doing.
we end up. My
Yeah.
grandma,
Yeah.
mama says, "Let's follow our noses."
Follow
That's how
there you yes,
that's
yes.
how she
Follow our
was just,
noses.
"Where
Yep.
you headed?" "I just following my nose."
You said something before, I think it was about Levi, wherever he goes, it's belly first. That's another I really love that expression, actually.
Can't you see him though, the little 3-year-old body, and just like if he eats
Yeah.
dinner, then his belly's big, but he just kinda like leans back and just,
Here I am.
"Here I am, belly
Yes.
first." He's just fired up.
I
Uh
love that. The image that comes to mind is exactly that. Like, you know exactly what that means, and just a little kid, like, "Here I go. I'm going
yeah.
in," and I love that. I love that. We could
Oblivious
all
to
use a little
everything
bit of
around him.
yes.
Oh, yeah, for
Yes.
100%. So for me, in the last little bit, and at this point, listeners have heard Catherine Weiner part 2,
Mhm. Yes.
which was so good. Um,
Yeah.
I gotta
That was
say,
amazing.
th that I've laughed a lot in
Mhm.
this journey with you and with the guests. That and full transparency, like, full disclosure, we laughed until we cried before we ever started, before
We
Catherine
did.
even showed up.
There was a
But
continuation there.
yeah, but then I mean, it's just so much fun, and I guess it's
Yeah.
fine if we wanna do a comedy show and show up and just act goofy and make ourselves laugh. Who cares if anybody else thinks it's funny? We're enjoying it, so if that's
Right.
but
Right.
but the neatest part to me is that we get to have that kind of fun, and then Catherine shows up, and has fun with us, but then Catherine's skills show up and her knowledge shows up. And then you can be so
Yeah.
fulfilled and empowered and charged up to go practice new things that maybe you'll fail at, but it's better to try and fail than to not try at all. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Selfishly, that's just, man, I could do
But
it every day.
you you can try, you can show up, you can try, you can fail, you can succeed, but I think the difference is now is that you know that it's even there. Like, I think that what Catherine was talking
Mm.
about is really something that is really unique. So, actually, you can't really say really unique, that doesn't make sense. It's unique or it's not. It's unique. So what she's doing is unique, and,
What?
no, that's true. Did you know that?
Y-
Yeah,
what?
it's like you can't say something is truly unique because it's unique. If it is unique, then of course it's unique. It's not like truly or genuinely or awesomely or very unique. It doesn't make sense. Like, that's just,
So this
yeah.
pen in my hand is thin,
Mhm,
but it
mhm.
can't be really thin.
No, it can be really thin. It's, just unique. Unique doesn't have a qualifier.
Well,
Like, it's not, like, really unique. Like, that's the definition of unique, is that it's singular, it's one of a kind, there's nothing else like it. So if it's really unique, then that doesn't make sense, because how do you be, like, really, really nothing like it? Like, do you see what I'm saying? I think it's a grammar thing. But,
I have like 17 phrases on the tip of my tongue, and I was just going through mentally, like, "Is that appropriate? Can I say that? Can I say that? No." And then I'm like, "My grandpa said it, so does that mean it's okay for me?" Just know that I'm
no!
dying on the inside, and I'm not gonna say it, but it's
Well,
killing me.
alright, give me one. No, I just, go ahead, give me one. Let's see. Let's
It's not fun if it's not in real time, because then it's forced,
uh, right,
you
right,
know?
right. Okay.
It
Alright,
it
well,
it
now
doesn't land the same if I Hey, can
Yeah.
I tell listeners something? Um,
Yeah.
so hopefully you guys have enjoyed as much as I do, seeing Janice's, turnip green side come out, and, more than a handful of people have reached out to me and been like, "Where has this been in you all the time?" Not you, Janice, me. They're like, "I knew you lived on a farm, and I knew this," and they're like,
Uh-huh.
you
Mhm.
know?" Um, to the point where my neighbor, also a farmer, an older guy, he's super cool, I love him to death, we've really hit it off, and, despite our age gap, it was still just like 2 peas in a pod, which is super fun, and I learned a lot from him, but anyway, he knows I have a doctorate, and so I've tried really hard to explain that I'm not a medical doctor, and it just he hears doctor and whatever, it's fine,
Right.
I I did my part to tell the truth. Anyway, he also says I'm a redneck, which I am far from a redneck, but that's his term for country person. So
Okay.
he calls me the only redneck doctor he knows. So
And he's wrong almost on both accounts.
yeah, yeah, I know, but you know what? So here's what I wanna tell y'all
Yeah.
about, Janice's, coming of age in terms of being country. I gotta give Kirsten this credit because she
Mhm.
sent me the link and said, "You need to buy this for Janice now." And I said,
Oh,
"Okay."
no.
And then I looked into what it was, and I'm like, "I will send it to Janice, but after I read it, because this is so cool." This book is called "Butter My Butt and Call Me a Biscuit and Other Country Sayings, So-Sos, Hoots, and Hollers." And credit where credit is due, by Alan Zulo and Gene Cheek. So, credit
Mhm.
to Mr. Alan Zulo and Gene Cheek for having a pretty solid book, and I'm a couple chapters into it, and some of them are pretty good. So, butter my butt and call me a biscuit, and other country sayings, so-sos, hoots, and hollers. There is the cover for those of you that do get to see the video. Um, so I'm gonna send this to Janice, and then we're gonna start having even more fun. Um,
I'm gonna get my own book, and it's gonna be different than that book, and then we'll have a slang off. That did not come out right.
Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna read page 57 from this book while Janice tries to breathe. Okay, "Chilling Out" is the title. I feel so lazy on the weekends that I have to speed up just to stop. If you want,
Oh my god. This is gonna b I
charge it to the dust and let the rain settle in. I can't. I'm done. Okay, so,
Do you
we
realize
need
we've
to
had 10 episodes and we've taken great care to never plug anything or have a commercial or be a commercial or allow and then once you just held up a book and said the name like 35 times, and that's what we're plugging is a book.
a book called "Butter My Butt and Call Me a Biscuit."
Yes. Oh,
Okay, well,
so
they are in there, and,
yeah.
here's a two-timer. That's what this is
Mm.
called. "He's low as a snake in a wagon track."
Low as a snake in a I get that. I can see that because the wagon track, like, it's a little different.
This one says "Loveless
So
marriage." She's cold as a cast iron toilet seat. I like it.
Oh,
Okay.
that's 6 kinds of wrong right there that somebody even, like, thought about how to come up with a to articulate that with a cast iron. Anyway,
Can we play a
um,
game?
sure. Sure,
Okay,
sure.
hang on a
Yeah.
sec. So I'm gonna pull this and get it set up while I explain to you that what I want to ask you is,
Mhm.
of our each of our guests, if you would
Mhm.
just give us a one word, two word, which I know is your forte. A one word or two word, um, sort of memory, and then we talk about Throwback Thursdays, like what
Okay.
it could be funny, it could be serious, it could be whatever, but whatever stood out to you from each of our and this is big because now we're recapping our 10th episode, so you and I are
Yeah.
on 11 now, so I just wanna
Okay.
blow through them each, and you tell me something that stood out to you, the funny or otherwise, that sticks with you, okay?
Okay,
So,
and then you're
episode
gonna
1?
take a turn, right? But then you're gonna take a
Sure,
turn, right? Yeah,
sure,
okay.
I'm
So
fine.
just okay, so episode 1, just give me a quick
Yeah,
so,
episode
like
1 was Kirsten.
oh,
My wife,
love.
Kirsten Colmeyer.
Yes, love. Love.
Okay. Oh, I like that. That's
Mhm.
good. Okay. I was waiting for more 'cause I'm really proud of you.
I said it
Episode
twice.
It's okay.
That was my 2 words.
My dad, I'm realizing that my dad is so full of influence on me and the things that come out of my mouth, but he always
Mhm.
said, "God knows how many words you're gonna speak before you die, don't use them all at once." Okay, episode 2, Doctor
Mhm.
Deanna Grubbs.
Compassionate and, um, infinitely patient.
Oh, I like that. Well,
Mhm.
interestingly, I think you titled that one too, and compassion was the first word in the episode title. So
Oh,
that was a yeah,
hey,
big bell ringer.
well, look, consistency, yeah.
Uh, episode 3, Janice and Michael recap the first 2 episodes.
Hilarious attempt.
Yeah. Okay. Episode 4, Dr. Kara Burton.
Oh, uh I don't want this to sound pejorative at all, but charming optimism. I love the way that she talked
Mm,
about her patience and the enthusiasm that she had to keep learning,
mhm.
and then there was also a humility about with the way that she spoke that to me it was just like I want to spend time with her. Like I want to take her out to have coffee or just shadow her for the day because I think she just brings goodness wherever she goes.
'Kay. One word. One word
Oh,
answer.
no. What? That was a bit what? Too many
No,
words? Was that too
no,
many
it
words?
was not too
Okay.
many. I'm just teasing.
Okay.
You're doing great. Episode 5, Catherine Weiner, part 1.
Um, let's see. I felt like that was, like, straighten up. Like, let's like, wow.
Mm,
Like, let's really think and rethink how we're doing things, and, I love that.
awesome. Episode 6, Caroline.
Oh, uh, heartbreakingly refreshing.
Ooh, okay. The hard part
Mhm.
of this is that we're keeping it succinct and we're not diving down, but the inside, I
Yes.
really wanna start going, but I'm not going to.
Yep.
This is gonna be fun. Episode 7, Janice and Michael recap.
Um, I wanna say, like, happy as a pig in spits or something. I think there was something that's worse. I
Okay.
don't think that's exactly it, but there's
No.
I no, okay, but that'd be that it does make me happy. Really,
So
truly,
happy
this
I would
is like
spit.
I mean, truly, Michael, you have to know this hour makes me so happy that
Oh,
it's
100%.
I adore it. So when it's just the 2 of us, I feel I forget sometimes there's a microphone, with a recorder connected to it,
Yeah.
so yeah. So yeah, so just, like, really happy and, a license to be a bit goofy because I'm usually not like that, so yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I'm usually not proper, and,
Mm,
I don't tend to put a lot of I can, but I choose not to put a lot of thought into a simple sentence. It's
good.
different if I'm working, but you know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I think it's funny that you and I kind of balance out we expose a side of each other to the other, if that makes any sense. But,
Yeah, yeah,
then you can't
yeah,
you can't
for
make that
sure.
stuff happen. It either works or it don't. But, um,
No. That is unique to whatever alchemy is going on here. So,
yeah,
okay, no, where are we at? Not 8 or 9? 8, 8, 9,
uh, 8. My
8.
Home, My Country sneak peek segment with Catherine Weiner.
Oh, that was fun because that was a new segment and a new format for this little, like, mini things, and I
Mhm.
thought that was really fun. That to me was just fun.
'Kay. Episode 8, Stacey Furl, the type of
Pearl.
preschool teacher you need.
Oh gosh. Personally inspiring.
Okay.
Mhm.
Episode 9, Riding Solo, Michael and Janice.
Dangerously hilarious.
Okay. All right. My turn?
Yep.
Oh, episode 1, Kirsten Cold Iron. Whew. Um,
Mm,
Awe-inspiring.
100%.
Um, I think awe-inspiring is the best way to put it because
Yep.
I'm not allowed to explain, so awe-inspiring.
Yep.
Um, Episode 2, Doctor Grubbs. Whew.
Mhm.
Um, Proud.
Ooh, nice.
You said more than one word on a lot of these, so I can say some too.
I
Proud
did.
to be a
I did.
friend, proud to be a colleague of sorts, proud to see another parent crushing it, in raising a child with a developmental disability and one without. Just awesome family, and I'm honestly just proud. Like, that's just cool, just proud.
Yeah.
Um, Episode 3, Janice and Michael recap the first 2 episodes. Clown. Episode 4, Dr. Kara Burton. Oh, man. Humble humility. Um,
Mhm.
and Kara's a great example of you might be super, super sharp. You might have very good knowledge and a great learner, but you still are gonna have to ask questions, and she repeatedly shows up to say, "What do I do?" And then when I
Mm.
say, "I don't know," then she says, "Alright, then what do I do about that?" And then we go look together. So,
Yeah.
I think humble humility, and she's extremely smart too.
Mhm.
So that's really neat, and the
Yes.
travel stuff's cool
Yes.
too. Episode 5, Catherine on having real IEP meetings.
Mhm.
Oof. Charged up. It charges me up.
Oh. Yep.
Makes me wanna, like I feel like I could run through a brick wall. 'Cause, like,
Mhm.
dadgummit, yes, that's what we need to be doing. We need more of that, more of her, more of this, and,
Yes.
um, professionally and personally, yeah, charged. I'm charged up.
Yep.
Um, Episode 6, Caroline. Gosh, this one's hard
Mhm.
because I'm making sure I think about her and not you. Because,
Yes.
when I think
Yes.
about you, I have some feelings there too about what you did, to show up, right, and to help, and for this podcast and for her, and it's like there's a lot of positive things to say about you in that world, but just thinking about Caroline on her own, um, I think destined to greatness is the
Aw.
phrase I would use because she's carrying burdens, right? She told us about them.
Mhm.
And still chooses to have positivity and a smile on her face, and I'll tell you for her age, she speaks like she's much, much older than that, and she's motivated and kind and self-aware and gentle. I just all of those things that I told you that, and I think I told her that, but, just yeah, anyway, so
Yeah.
she's destined for greatness. Um,
That's
Episode
nice. Thank
7,
you.
Janice and yeah, no, yeah, you're welcome. Episode 7, Janice and Michael recap, clown. Um
Mm.
My home, my country sneak peek segment, with Catherine Weiner, dumpster fire, absolute train wreck. That
Yeah, that's true. I forgot. That's right.
that
It
one
was
was,
both of those things. Yeah.
yeah, that one was, and it's cool we learned from it, and
We did.
like,
We
what
did.
was the
And we
thing we signed off with? Life hands you lemons, make a fire in a dumpster behind a train
yeah.
wreck or something. Cookies were part of I don't know. I mean,
It was something, but it was so much fun. Like, I didn't g I don't know that it how we handled that was so fun that I think I would have handled it differently had I been on my own and come across all of those things. So,
yep.
I love that the 3 of us together sort of problem solved, but we laughed through it, like,
Mhm.
really laughed, and, I don't know, that was a cool okay, those are my words. You're on your words, sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you're good,
Sorry.
yeah, I agree, it's just I think the ability to intentionally or unintentionally fall on the sword and just laugh about it and be like, self-deprecating humor, it's fine, like,
Yeah.
we're humans, we're gonna screw a lot of stuff up, and we already have, and we'll continue to, and it's all good. We just laugh about it. It's the only thing you can
Yep.
do. Oh, episode 8, Stacy Farrell, the type of preschool teacher you need. I already used proud, so I can't use that one
Mm.
again. Real energy. I think to have the real energy
Nice.
that
Yep.
Stacy does, to be so passionate about her work
Yeah.
and authentic in her work and her love for everyone despite their background, and she's a superstar. So yeah, I think just true energy is what I would go with.
Yep.
Episode 8, riding solo with Janice. Had some fun. I think
Yeah.
that's the best one to put. I can't say clown again. And I'm not talking about you when I say clown. I'm talking about me. Um, riding solo.
Okay, but
These,
well, I think we both sort of, like, did our fair share of contributions to the
yeah,
clowning. Yeah.
yeah, um, yeah. So we have fun. I mean, that's it. We're authentic and just
Yeah.
literally showing up and clicking record and seeing what happens. And I think being that natural about it is a lot of fun and also very informing. Episode 10, Catherine Weiner, part 2. I don't remember if I asked you that one or not. I think I did.
Mhm.
Um,
I think so.
Catherine Weiner, part 2. Um, Knowledgeable. I think what I
Yeah.
liked about this was that she took a little bit of a turn, mainly because you and I would be quiet long enough for her to do it, but she took a little bit of a turn into the nitty-gritty a little bit, not just,
Yeah.
"We should be involving our kids in the IEP meetings because,"
Right.
and then that
Right.
matters, but then it was like how and what and who
Absolutely.
and
Yep.
why.
It was
So,
very, like, practical, and I
yeah.
loved that.
Yeah, me too. I thought that was super great.
Yep.
So yeah, and then I'll recap this one that we're doing right now in a month or 2.
Okay.
Um
Okay.
and I won't say clown. Maybe I will. I don't know. Um, if you don't have anything else to add, I'm good. I just
Yeah.
want to reiterate how thankful I am for the listeners. I told you before, we don't measure our success in terms of anything personal. We do measure the growth of this podcast, and it is growing, and that's what we want. But we don't want it for us. We want it to share, and so that it can impact other people. It's not Janice and I giving you a gift or a product or an anything. It's actually us going, anybody got anything that might help everybody? And then we're included in that. So it's almost like we're
Right.
asking, someone come share with us so that maybe together we can accomplish this. And we're both super thankful for that. And obviously we have so much fun doing this, and we just hope that it continues. So thanks to everybody that's listened. We're very, very thankful for that and joined us. We're very grateful for that. We got a lot of cool
Yes.
stuff up our
Yes.
sleeve coming next, and really excited to share it with you. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I,
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll leave you with this.
Grinning like a possum eating sawgrass.
This has been the Autism Exchange podcast, where we aim to communicate and collaborate through great conversation that is authentic. Our plan is no plan. Show up, listen, talk, give us whatever. Our email, you can reach us at info.autismexchange@gmail.com. We welcome your opinions, your ideas, your feedback, your thought, anything you want to say it to us. We'll read it. You can find us on Apple Music. You can find us on Amazon Music. Or Apple Podcast, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, anywhere you listen to your favorite podcasts. You can find the Autism Exchange, YouTube included. Follow our social media, manned by the wonderful Kirsten Coldiron. Thank you, thank you, thank you, guys. For Janice
Yes.
Krimpa, I am Michael Coldiron, and we will see you next time.
Bye. Thank you. Michael, the next time we do this, we're going to have to talk about our swag giveaway contest.
Oh yeah, we do. We should. Well, we will.
No,
We're
we'll
gonna give some.
we'll do it next time.
Give
We'll do
some
it next
goodies
time.
away.
Yes, yes, yes.
Um,
So we'll have to, we'll cover the details for that.
Yeah, here's what you're in trouble for.
Oh.
Now I know very easily how to take snippets of comments and put them on the soundboard so I can use them. And that sucker
Yeah.
that we just finished is chock full of them. So you're up a creek, man. You're up a creek without a paddle.
Oh, man. I'm
All right,
very
Janice.
worried.
We
All right.
will see you next time. Thank you, guys.
Bye. Bye, Michael. Thank you.